Earth 2060. A small group of colonists leaves the ravages of Earth for a distant planet orbiting Alpha Centauri's primary star. Their ship, the United Nations starship Unity, carries them on their journey to a new world and a new hope for humankind. Along the way, a reactor malfunction damages the Unity, precipitating a crisis among the ship's 7 most powerful leaders. As they enter the Alpha Centauri system, the crew splits into 7 distinct factions, divided not by nationality, but by ideology and their vision for the new world. After the ship breaks apart, the 7 leaders guide their chosen crew down to the surface of planet, seeking their destiny beneath an alien sky.
Human behavior is economic behavior. The particulars may vary, but competition for limited resources remains a constant. Need as well as greed have followed us to the stars, and the rewards of wealth still await those wise enough to recognize this deep thrumming of our common pulse. CEO Nwabuda K. Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
Money is what I'm after. Oh, look at this landscape. This landscape looks rough. There is a lot of hillsides here. Hillsides are very good. More energy. So, yes, welcome to Series 2. I hope that you have been long awaiting this, because I am actually recording this while the first one is still ongoing, and I shan't refer to it, because maybe you want to see it and I don't want to spoil it. So here we are as Morgan. Let me quickly see what Morgan is like. Good for economy, +1 energy each base, so definitely good to expand. Support -1. Only 1 unit free per base. Morgan is of course not very military interested. A good strategy eventually may be to go to literally a free market, which will rake in the money, but of course crush any economy. So our opponent will be the Gaians, and she is very much pro-environment, so I think we have some clashes here. Let me see what's happening here. Growth in 10 turns, growth in 7 turns, making another scout patrol. We can already start making the merchant exchange. +1 energy each square. And we have synth metal sentinels. Wow, we have some interesting technology here. Don't think I'll need them. I will immediately make another colony pod, because that will take 15 turns, will grow in 10, so that should just come about. Since we start with 112 energy, I will spend 12 to finish the scout patrol next turn, and let's do some early exploration. Let's see, we want to follow the river. River is extra energy.
Turn complete.
There we are. Quite exciting, quite exciting. I hope you enjoy this series, and without further ado,
Production complete.
research. Yes, build, wealth and infrastructure. I think I will add discover to this. I'm not very interested in population growth. Oh wait, advancements of pure knowledge. Actually, maybe I do want to explore. I do want some early rover possibilities, even if it comes to naught. Conquer, I'm okay with. I'm just going to hope that any AI will try and get a bribe from me. Following the... oh.
Turn complete.
This looks like it may be a tiny base, so maybe here are some green tiles. I'm not sure yet how moist planet is. We play on a completely random map, as I did in Series 1. So it could be we have a relatively dry or a relatively moist map. I can't quite tell yet. Onto the bay. Oh.
Turn complete.
This will make a colony pod in 13 turns. I will have a new technology in 6. I hadn't expected some fungus there. Maybe here will be our new land. Maybe not.
Turn complete.
Is this not looking much better than before? I will just continue here and hope. Ah,
Turn
so this
complete.
may actually be a... Maybe I shouldn't have moved it back. Maybe this would actually be quite a good place for a base, because it can... although it looks like there is more moist tiles here. The reason I wanted to build it here is because then you can travel through the base to the other sea, but it also looks like this is just a tiny lake. Well, I mean a tiny many kilometer sized lake, but... So I think I'll build it here and can start mining there, so we get a nice start and we can go into the crater, which gives extra energy, which I as Morgan definitely want. I have to see, grow in 6 turns. Should have made another scout patrol, but then I wouldn't have any minerals, because we basically just need to expand. Actually, I have been playing too quickly. I should have made a scout patrol. Lost all my minerals there. And then a colony pod. So the scout patrol can go for the pod and see if there's anything good here. If not, the colony pod will move to the crater so we can claim it. This is a massive amount of land. It's funny because in the previous game, about which I was going to tell very little, there was so much ocean, and now it's just so much land, so my entire strategy has to be very different. Time to make our first base. Morgan Construction. Mission year 2106. CEO Morgan founds Morgan Construction, the first Morganic base since Planet 4. Prothov Sakharov of University founded mankind's first base since Planet 4 in mission year 2104. But ours is better. I'm getting in character of Morgan here for the record. Synth metal center? I don't think so. Make a scout patrol. And that will be done next turn, so this one can explore onwards. Ah, even more. That's nice. These tiles are very nice. That's a lot of growth.
Request confirmation.
This one will be done next turn anyway. As Morgan, I just want to buy rush everything. This one will be done next turn. Grow in 5 turns. It's okay. This and then a colony pod. It looks like this. Yes, it will grow in 11 turns, and then I can finish the colony pod in slightly longer. So this will be another good expansion. As I said, I want to have the crater. So there's so much land up north. I can see. I know all the landmarks by Fog of War, but this will be the Sunny Mesa, which is also energy. And to the left here, I think I see another energy place. And here's Mount Planet, which also is extra energy. It's being Morgan, if I can get to the free market, I'm just going to explode with energy. So, exciting.
Production complete.
Looks like the way is clear. You will go to the colony pod. Well, does not
Turn
matter.
complete.
Interesting. This has a very different start, so if I seem a bit more jumpy, it's because there's so much terrain and I can go wherever I want. And the other mission, or other series, started so claustrophobic. Also being Morgan, I can just splurge.
Planet's atmosphere, though a gasping death to humans and most animals, is paradise for earth plants. The high nitrate content of the soil and the rich yellow sunlight bring an abundant harvest wherever adjustments can be made for the unusual soil conditions. Lady Deirdre Sky, a comparative biology of planet.
This leads us to the weather paradigm, which increases the speed of terraforming and gives us the terraforming unit. Finding adequate sources of nutrients, energy and minerals is the most immediate problem facing the colonists after planetfall. An understanding of the basics of Centauri ecology provides the new arrivals with the tools they need to begin shaping the world around them. How plants grow, what geological structures exist, and how natural energy sources may be exploited on planet. I would like to see. There we have formers. We'll continue with explore and build. Mission year 2108. Organic scientists discover Centauri. I struggled with this one last time as well. Mission year 2108. Organic scientists discover Centauri ecology. Their first research breakthrough since planetfall. The university made mankind's first breakthrough in mission year 2106. Let us see if...
Indigenous life forms.
Well, that's just mean. Let us at least see, this is flat and rainy. This is rolling and rainy. These tiles are very good. A forest on this tile will give us some welcome extra widow income. Some solar on this will... a farm and solar on this tile will give us 2 nutrients, 1 minerals and 2 energy, which is very good. And along with a forest, I can sort of see the first 3 tiles, and I may put a city here unless something interesting comes up going north. This is assuming the scout patrol lives.
Turn complete.
The crater seems less interesting. I think I will... Things are not quite that green here, although that may change. I think it's of more immediate use to me to know what is here. I think this looks... The wind on planet always comes from the west. So it seems like this may be a nice retreat. As does this. Both sides are coast. Seeing as there's a lot of land to the north, it's probably better to claim the northern land first. And discipline status, good. All organic units are of the highest quality to suit your needs. We won 1 battle this turn and lost 0 battles. Good. It would seem there is a faction to the east of me. My border just shrunk, which typically means someone else is pushing back. The question is, to what extent can I rush this pod? I can in about 8 turns. So first I will try and... yes, there's some valuable land here. So maybe building a base here brings me closer to the crater and still keeps this northern land. Meanwhile, I want to know what is north, because that is the next goal for my colony pod there. It seems... this seems a bit dire, I could be mistaken,
Turn
but
complete.
we shall see. Yes, survived attack by alien mind worms. There is no extra information just yet. Nothing changed. Let's head north. A pod?
Turn complete.
Another pod on someone else's terrain. It does look like this will be a good place for a base. So far here, I haven't really found the place yet. But everything here is sort of good. Let's see. This is... I will grow next turn, so that's okay then. Just balancing minerals there for a moment because of my extremely bad support. It is actually a little bit odd coming from Miriam with her 4 free units per base to have 1 free unit. Here is where I want to be, I think. This is a very stretched out. This is when I'm beginning to be nervous. I think I was slightly ambitious at the start. Now I'm thinking maybe, you know, next turn though, 2 pods.
Nutrient resources.
Aha! A Unity rover. Now that is very good because we might be able to reverse engineer it. Let's see if I can go from here to the workshop. And no. I think I will bring it back to the base first. Yes. Flat and rainy. There's so many good tiles here, this is crazy. These are both very good tiles in terms of energy. And here's some rocky and arid with nutrient resources, which is a bit odd. That could be 1 nutrients and then the mine 2. That's not very good. I don't think that will bring us very far. I'm going to bring the rover back and try to reverse engineer it.
Nutrient resources.
It contains the comlink frequency for Colonel Santiago of the Spartans.
Turn complete.
So we are not alone on the planet. I think it is time to call. Let me just process all of this. Okay, so I am reverse engineering this pod. So I have to remember, I'm playing these turns at quite a rapid succession at the moment, so I have to remember to actually strategize. This unit can keep doing what it's doing. This will grow in 6 turns and no faster. I can make formers, but that is after this colony pod. After this colony pod, I don't even know. Probably another colony pod. And this rover will head home, so I can reverse engineer it. Can I just sort of action upgrade? Maybe if I right click here? No. Maybe if I click help? No. Okay. I do remember it's possible, I just have never actually had the chance to do this. So, you're going home, thank you.
Turn complete.
And... definitely a small... See, this is probably an ocean. Navy will be far less powerful on this map, I'm beginning to think. I should also build the base one of these tiles here, because these are very good. These are just wet, which is nice, but no minerals. So I hope when the rover goes here, so avoid the pod, because I don't want to destroy it. Now I can just walk onto it. Let us call Santiago. Spartans. Their mood is obstinate. So, so, the familiar face of CEO Morgan. I, Colonel Santiago of the Spartans, offer greetings. Word of your accomplishments has spread since the time of planetfall. You may be aware that I plan to exercise freely the God-given right to keep and bear arms. Do not attempt to interfere. CEO Morgan, I know I have been accused of having paranoid delusions, but I think you will find I am a woman of reason. Let us exchange knowledge on a quid pro quo basis. I will share my files on doctrine mobility. You must, in return, fully disclose your data on industrial base. Interesting, because I was about to reverse engineer rovers. I can also get information networks. Information networks. Information networks. A network node, which is good for research and not much else. I will exchange for doctrine mobility. I think that will suit me more. Just reverse engineer the prompt is the thing. But I'm not building any network nodes anytime soon, so it's a deal.
Once a man has changed the relationship between himself and his environment, he cannot return to the blissful ignorance he left. Motion of necessity involves a change in perspective. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A Social History of Planet.
The early colonists quickly learned the importance of reconnaissance and self-defense in this most alien of environments. Doctrine mobility formalizes these cornerstones of military might, representing the first attempts at an organized defense policy on planet. I would like to see the new units. Just a scout rover. And I suppose I can already make the scout skirmisher as well. I believe that your data on Centauri ecology could have important implications for my military preparations. I propose you exchange this knowledge for my own files on information networks. Interested? Yes.
The righteous need not cower before the drumbeat of human progress. Though the song of yesterday fades into the challenge of tomorrow, God still watches and judges us. Evil lurks in the data links as it lurked in the streets of yesteryear. But it was never the streets that were evil. Sister Miriam Godwinson, The Blessed Struggle.
This is one of my favorite quotes from Alpha Centauri. Evil lurks in the data links as it lurked in the streets of yesteryear, but it was never the streets that were evil. Survival equipment from the Unity contained a variety of computers purpose-built for the needs of a frontier society. However, they must first be connected into information networks before scientists can utilize their power. I see now. We can build a network node which increases labs at base by 50%, and we can study alien artifacts. Many areas of this world remain unexplored and dangerous. Would you care to exchange cartographic information to ensure our mutual safety? Oh yes, that is very good for us. That seems prudent. Oh. She seems very far away, I can just see it in the corner. CEO Morgan, my survivalist followers are content to guard their homes in armored peace. I suggest we sign a treaty of friendship and stay out of each other's way. I can say, fair enough, but I shall guard my borders carefully. I should say that slightly more organic. Fair enough, but I shall guard my borders carefully. Excellent. CEO Morgan, this treaty demonstrates that planet is large enough for both your business plans and for my military preparations. It also opens the door for trade and commerce between our peoples. May the friendship between the Morganites and the Spartans last forever. Hear, hear. I believe we are finished here. So here we have... Oh, interesting. The Spartans are on a tiny island. Not the most luxurious of islands either. Very interesting, but it seems they have some form of ocean travel. Maybe. This also means that, of course, now I have some more commerce rating, I think. Oh, that is not yet available. Let me see in social engineering. No. That would be in the energy banks. Total income 3, costs, there's no real trade yet. Okay. Interesting.
Our first challenge is to create an entire economic infrastructure from top to bottom out of whole cloth. No gradual evolution from previous economic systems is possible because there is no previous economic system. Each interdependent piece must be materialized simultaneously and in perfect working order. Otherwise, the system will crash out before it ever gets off the ground. CEO Nwabudu K. Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
Very wisely spoken, of course. It is an interesting concept that you would land on a planet and establish an economy there out of nothing, as he does say, although to be fair, an economy is more than just sort of regulated, unregulated system. But it is an interesting extraterrestrial economics will one day be something that people actually learn about. Early industry on planet centered on the creation of a frontier industrial base featuring primitive assembly lines and simple currency instruments. Soon, leaders in the financial sectors push for a more comprehensive industrial economics policy to accommodate free trade and other strategies for multiplying capital. This is very good, of course, for me as Morgan. Very interesting. It has been a very busy 12 turns. I'm a little bit. We know that we are no longer the only one on planet. We know the Spartans survived. We don't know if anybody else has survived. We have already explored a fair bit. We are making more bases. We are exploiting the planet as Morgan would. And now we can return to discovery of industrial economics allows your colony to make a new social engineering choice. Free market. Commence social engineering. This may be very interesting. Let us see what will happen, because I think I might cry a little. Free market will give us +3 economy, +1 energy each square, +1 commerce rating. That is absolutely insane. But 2 extra drones for each military unit away from territory. Ah, yes. Free market leads to pacifism. So free market is something I definitely want to go to eventually. But it's unaffordable now, as it would be if you're just a small society on a planet. And of course, wanton ecological disruption, -3 fungus production, which basically means horror. Okay. We can now see that our integrity is noble and our might is potent. This is very interesting. Let us speak on. Okay. Still feel very claustrophobic with the terrain we've unveiled. Ah, well, this is a nice tile. These are also nice tiles. I think this elevation. Oh. Elevation is 1 extra energy per elevation, so this will have 2 energy. With a farm, it will be 2, 1, 2 again. So if there's anything nice here, that is definitely where we'll send this colony pod. This colony pod will be done in 9 turns. I really hope this will not contain materials.
Mod recovered.
A robot mining pod has prepared mines in this area. Did that just disrupt my plans? It did. Even if it contains a mine in the road, that is somewhat inconvenient. The mines subtract get 1 food from the tile in exchange for 1 minerals, but it seems that, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's continue north. Another pod. And yes, let's just use our Unity
Turn
rover.
complete.
Oh, that is a lot of fungus. So a good location for a base, maybe here, because the crater gives extra minerals. And we will have the same. That's the problem. It's just changed. It's a lot of rolling and moist, which is nice. Let's see, this is also rolling and moist. If it's rolling and moist, it doesn't seem to be giving any extra minerals. Maybe the crater is just not very good yet. It's all rolling and moist. And the elevation also isn't too good. So problem with making a base here is it has no real moist and rolling, which gives us a nice 2-1. But one can't have everything. Building here will give me the crater, which in the long run I hope will be good. And then here is just fungus. But it does look like this will be a nice area for the colony pod, which will be done in 12 turns. And this one in 9. There's a lot of options and not all of them good. Okay. Base will go here, because then I have this tile, we'll have a moist tile. We have this tile, which gives us 1-2-0, I guess. Which is not as good as a forest. It's just... This tile won't grow very fast, but yes. What is interesting is that we researched so much that our scientists are now a little bit behind, because it will take 28 turns to get to the new labs. Definitely getting them pod.
Energy resources.
Energy resources. That's good for whoever owns.
Indigenous life forms. Turn complete.
Okay. Let's rely on more organic, strong produced units. So this actually is increasingly more interesting. Maybe this will be a very good tile, because then I have some ocean, or maybe, well, not there. I do want this tile. I'm also thinking this is rocky and moist. If I flatten the terrain here, it will become rolling and moist. So then with a farm, that will be big incomes there. So a base here is still what I will be thinking. Grows in 4 turns, then I'll pay off the colony pod. Good heavens, this is taking ages as Morgan to build things. Heavens. Okay. No! We won 1 battle. Let us continue exploring along the coast. Well, some fungus in the place of where I wanted to go. This is 30% damaged, but that is still good. So let's continue. And all these things just being here for the taking.
Pod recovered. Turn complete.
Okay. I cannot wait for the colony pods to finish. We've been here on planet for 14 years now, and it is a strange, wondrous place. Spartans aren't doing too much better. Does that mean I can... No, still no scan. I'm so curious how the others are doing. This is not very good terrain though. This is all a little bit... It's just... There's stuff, but it's not very, you know, good. This base seems to grow in 12 turns. Oh, right, it's size 2 already. No, that's okay. Make it grow slightly quicker. Maybe that's a good idea. 10 or 20 turns. Well, it will grow in 9. Or grow in 12. And then it drops back, of course. Actually, when it grows in 12, it will immediately go back to size 2, of course. And then I can probably invest a little bit more in these things. Just 3 turns. If this were single player, I'd probably just explore here because I'm curious. But right now, I need to get a better view of my options. I will take this here and start rounding off. Although I, of course, will get this pond. Communications officer. That wasn't shouted in the dialogue. That is just me. I have Professor Karov of the university on channel 8. Shall I put him through? Yes, good God, man. The science he has could be worth a fortune. University in a cooperative mood. Ah, the shrewd CEO Morgan. I have heard many tales of your exploits. As to myself, I remain Provost Sakharov of the university. My intention is to pursue a pure research unfettered by outside motives and meddling. I believe your data on doctrine mobility could have important implications for my research. I propose that you exchange this knowledge for my own files on planetary networks. Interested? Interesting, I can maybe try and get social psych from him as well. Psych, probably. Social psych. So many options already. That will lead to recreation commons, which you will need for larger bases. To spare you the drones. However, as Morgan, I am not a very good grower and I'm capped at size 4. So I don't need that quite yet. The other thing he offers is planetary networks. Well, that is what he offers, planetary networks. Probe team. That is good, although everybody's giving me stuff. So I don't know yet. And the hologram theater, the virtual world. Virtual world is quite nice because, of course, you get every network node counts as a hologram theater, and hologram theater counteracts drones very well, keeps them very entertained. Reduce number of drones by 2 and increase psi output of base by 50%. That is a tasty looking thing right now. This is satisfactory.
If our society seems more nihilistic than that of previous eras, perhaps this is simply a sign of our maturity as a sentient species. As our collective consciousness expands beyond a crucial point, we are at last ready to accept life's fundamental truth, that life's only purpose is life itself. Chairman Shen Jiyang, looking God in the eye.
Once the colonists discover how to survive, they focus on recreation some of the organizational tools left behind on Earth. Following the implementation of simple information networks, the creation of a standard for planetary networks emerges as a high priority for the scientific community. Very good. Would you like to see the new units? I would. A probe team, which you can use to hack other bases. Being Morgan, I have a lot of cash, so it may come in handy. It costs quite a bit, but you can essentially buy bases. CEO Morgan, I know I've been accused of conducting unethical research, but I think you will find I'm a man of reason. Let us exchange knowledge on a quid pro quo basis. I will share my files on social psych, and you must, in return, fully disclose your data on Centauri ecology. Social psych. Social psych we know. Biogenetics we haven't seen yet before. Recycling tanks. That's right. Recycling tanks improves performance of bases. The Human Genome Project gives you an extra talent in every base, which is good to counteract the drones that I as Morgan would inevitably have. These are also very good things. I would like biogenetics, please.
We hold life to be sacred, but we also know the foundation of life consists of a stream of codes, not so different from the successive frames of a watchlet. Why then cannot we cut one code short here and start another there? Is life so fragile that it can withstand no tempering? Does the sacred brook no improvement? Chairman Shen Jiyang, Dynamics of Mind.
Interesting. Two sciences, both with a Chairman Shen Jiyang quote, both sounding very progressive, which you would not directly expect from his other ethics, but also very existence for the sake of existence, which is in a way not a humanist ideal. He's definitely not a humanist. The alien environment on planet brought a host of unforeseen health problems for the colonists. After all, the very nature is poisonous in the air, we can't even breathe. Early inquiries into biogenetics center on the prevention and treatment of these problems. Researchers in this discipline seek an understanding of the entire genetic code. Through cooperation, we can achieve mutual satisfaction of needs. Will you transmit your files on industrial base in exchange for my information on social psych? Think how your business plans could be enhanced by proper use of such knowledge. Well, I suppose my business plans could be quite enhanced by this. I'm amazed how much is being given to me. I can also get applied physics, which I think is laser. Oh my god. Just getting. That is laser tech. I will go for laser tech.
Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to our natural experience and the simplicity with which they do so. The grand principle of the heavens balances on the razor's edge of truth. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A History of Science.
Fools! Everyone giving me science. Well, the trading it, but I mean, maybe I'm the fool for giving it. The colonists must create new tools from the wreckage of Unity to survive and expand. Early inquiries into applied physics emphasizes this adaptation of existing technology for the new environment. I know this will lead to laser troops. And he also wishes to share the very last one.
If you can discover a better way of life than office holding for your future rulers, a well-governed city becomes a possibility. For only in such a state will those rule who are truly rich, not in gold, but in the wealth that makes happiness, a good and wise life. Plato, The Republic, Data Links.
The overcrowding aboard the Unity following the premature wake-up caused terrible conditions for the crew, but also generated valuable data concerning humans under extreme environmental stresses. Analysis of this data provides the first comprehensive mathematical insight into the social psychology of humans. Many areas of this world remain unexplored and dangerous. Would you care to exchange cartographic information to ensure our mutual safety? That seems prudent. We are peaceful researchers, CEO Morgan. Will you sign a treaty of friendship and leave us to study in peace? Of course, we must certainly strive to increase our knowledge. As Morgan, this is very nice. Splendid. My research and your business plans complement one another nicely. The University and the Morganites have much to gain from this friendship. We shall commence trade and commerce at once. All the commerce income. I believe we are finished here.
Turn complete.
And we discovered a monolith. Oh. That, well, not oh because it's bad. Oh, because I want a base here now. Maybe here. Then I will have this tile. I will have the monolith. Or maybe, yes, here. I have this tile, the monolith, and that's not a very high tile. I also want, yes, this tile is not very high, but this one is. So a base here seems prudent. Flat and rainy, but that is not very good without it being rolling. I had settled in this tile, it's just gotten better. Now I just need to make sure he doesn't get a colony pod and move the border. Growth in 2 turns. Very good. Very good. We are having a rich and productive planet just opening before us. Oh, the trade will do. Trade we will do. Let's see what is here. The manifold nexus. Now that is very good because Morgan, I do believe, has no natural negative planet rating, which means he is not planet isn't hostile to him. So if I can get the manifold nexus in my terrain, planet will like me more for reasons that I'm sure will become obvious in the continuation of this game. That is very nice. I need to get more colony pods. This will grow next turn. That's when we'll rush it. Oh, I'm kind of excited about this. I hope my opponent is doing equally well, because otherwise this is going to be a very short game.
Turn complete.
So this unit will block any units of his here that scrupulously try and get my monolith, for which I paid. 140 energy. I just don't know what to spend it on at the moment. Another pot. Just go down and get that there. Just make a circumnavigating motion here. I believe after the colony pod, I will make a scout rover, which will take 15 turns. Or recycling tanks in 20 turns. Oh, everything is very... Everything takes a long time. I will think about that next. Planet, you are a mysterious wonder.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.